Welcome to R&R, Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva, and this is my beautiful wife, Corey Silva.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty and Silva Lending, and we've been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s. We're super excited to have you all here today. Thank you so much for joining us. Please be sure to leave comments because we love interacting with you. And welcome to the second week of September. We're officially halfway through the month, on the way to October. So I think I saw someone already decorating for Christmas. Is that crazy?
I mean, I could start listening to the coast and listen to the Christmas music.
That we're going to have to pump the brakes on.
Until December 1st.
Chris actually even asked the kids, can we put on Christmas music? And they said, no, it's not time yet. And then Chris said, how about Home Alone? Can we start watching Home Alone? Santino said, no. It's too much. We need to wait.
I was totally messing with them, but yeah, I'm not ready for Christmas yet either.
Well, we already started decorating for Halloween in our home, so I'm excited to hear who else loves to decorate and who already started decorating for Halloween and maybe Christmas. I mean, we do have a Jack Skellington who's dressed up as Santa, so maybe that's kind of like on the verge of Christmas. In-between,
right?
It's the in-between. Tanya's here with us. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for joining us.
And if anybody's watching us on Instagram, today's the first day that we've ever went live on Instagram. It's just a little test today. We can't actually see your comments today, but if you guys enjoy it on Instagram today, please drop a comment. We'll read them later. And we'll start doing this every single week if you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, and you could always join us on Facebook. Some people have extra things going on, so get on that browser, join us, leave some comments there. And thank you again so much for supporting us. We really appreciate you all. So, this month, I don't think we mentioned it last week, but it is Chris's birthday month. Happy birthday month, baby.
Thank you so much.
We will be celebrating his birthday live on the show in 2 weeks on the 28th. So who's excited? Who's going to come and join us?
You know what? This is going to be the first time that I've actually had a birthday on air, which is great.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's going to be fun.
Lucky
it's going to be
you.
on Wednesday. Hey, Lulu.
Lulu's
thanks for joining us.
Hi, Lulu. I can't wait to talk to you later. Thank you for joining us. And Tanya said, oh, no, let's pump the brakes on Christmas. Yes, we need to. I mean, there's going to be plenty of time for that. Don't skip over Halloween and Thanksgiving. Everybody needs to enjoy each holiday as it comes. Don't get ahead of yourselves. So Eric is here. Thanks for joining us, Eric. Our house currently has Halloween decorations, but we have to take them down this weekend and prepare for the new house. Well,
exciting
congratulations.
Times.
That's very exciting. So, oh my goodness. Lots of fun things to do in the month of October. How did everyone handle this summer storm that just passed through with the hurricane? Hurricane K hit the coast of the West Coast, which is crazy.
That was a hot topic this morning, which, I'll talk about the meeting I was in later. But people were bringing up this storm, and they were saying they were in Canyon Country having a pool party, and all of a sudden, the rain comes in, and trees are blowing everywhere, and canopies are blowing everywhere. And we didn't experience any of that.
Well, yes, we did. What are you talking about?
Not in our side of town. We didn't get the rains or the winds over in Stevenson Ranch that they got in Canyon Country.
That was the previous week. That was the last storm. This is this past weekend. Did you forget this past weekend?
Maybe I'm still in the storm.
I mean, we were in 100-degree weather, and it was sprinkling while we're in the car on our way to Disney.
Oh,
and then it was pouring down rain. I think Chris kind of got his 2 weeks jumbled together.
It's just like this whole year. It goes by so fast. You never know. I'm surprised we're in September, so
yeah. Well,
I'm catching up.
Eric said happy early birthday.
Thank you so much.
We are in September, just so you know. He's getting a little old here. And then Tanya said we need to enjoy fall. I absolutely agree. So yes, there was crazy rain. There was a storm in the middle of September. It started to feel a little bit more like fall. Things are starting to cool off a little.
Are we ready to let go of the summer? Are you ready for it to end?
I'm ready. Let's go.
What about you guys out there? You guys ready for the summer to be done?
And how did all of your summers go? Oh my goodness. I'm excited. I love fall. It's like the best time. I love those transitional seasons where you're going from like super, super hot weather and it's cooling down. It's like the in-between stage, fall, and then April. Those are my two favorite, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
I like it. It's like you could start smelling the fall in the air. Like
I think fall is just my favorite all the way around for the whole year of the season. Fall is I don't know, it's cozy time. You get to cuddle more. I don't know, it's cuddle weather. I love it.
I love it. And so Eric said we barely had anything in Northridge. Well, he avoided the storm. And Tanya said, yes, summer needs to end like now. Yeah, we all want to just cool down. I mean, it's challenging for us in California. I see some posts for people that we're friends with in other states, and they're like at apple orchards picking apples and, you know, going to the pumpkin patch, and it's all cool and they have sweaters. I'm like, what the heck? That just doesn't happen here until we're probably in November. And even I remember some Thanksgivings where it's really hot.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm going to enjoy this weather. I really love it. It feels very tropical. So
far
that.
Today, it's really nice. We had cloud cover. I didn't have to wear a hat today at a meeting in the backyard. Usually I've got to cover the head, you know?
Yeah, you still need to. There are UV rays that come through those clouds.
It was really nice today so far.
So anyone who follows Disney, you will know that they just had their D23 Expo, and it all came with a lot of new trailers for movies that are coming out, which is super exciting. And we didn't have time to go through all of them, but there's one big one that we're looking forward to in our house, and that is
Hocus Pocus 2.
Yay! Woo!
And I know there's
2.
a lot of them to be excited about, but that's the one we're excited about. The kids.
I'm excited about Little Mermaid too. So, I cannot wait. It's going to be great. So while we load up the trailer, what do you think? Can they recapture the magic of Hocus Pocus? What do you guys think?
That's, you know what? I was looking at the trailer before, and Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker, I think's their name. Those ladies haven't aged one bit.
Oh, they got that magic behind them. That's why.
They're
whipping up those spells.
They're looking good. Oh, here it is. So let's check this out.
Hocus Pocus 2, everybody. Okay, we're going to keep talking as it loads. Come on,
It's still
Disney.
loading. I think this one's going straight to Disney Plus, which they're killing it on the content.
I know. So great. I love it.
They have so much stuff to watch on there.
For those of you who weren't able to join us last year at our client appreciation event, we had surprise guests. The Sanderson sisters showed up, and I think everybody lost their mind. It was so awesome.
They never broke character.
The kids loved them. The adults loved them too. And so here comes the trailer.
I banish thee from Salem forever.
Oh, so they got banished when they were young.
They were right to fear thee. Magic has a way of uniting. Happy 16th birthday, child.
I didn't see that part of the
I
trailer.
have a gift for my favorite
neither.
customers.
This is a new
Legend
trailer.
has it, it's on the
didn't
16th
see this
birthday that a
trailer.
witch gets her powers.
Lock up your children! Yes, Salem, we're back!
Gilbert, where did you get that candle? We have to get out of here. The witches will be here any second. Ah! The book is alive.
He woke up?
If we intend to live past sunrise, we have to steal their souls.
Whoa, wait, can we talk about this?
No.
I wonder the dynamic of these little kids, what they're going to be like. Because we had the brother and sister dynamic on the last one.
Not to freak out. The vengeful maniac obsessed with getting revenge on
Maybe
Salem.
they're sisters, best friends, who knows.
Very bad for Salem.
The walk, that walk is the best, right?
So we taste better when they eat us?
So we taste
Oh, wow, they're just snatching
wow. They're so silly. Oh, it's going to be good. I
kids. Oh,
can't
September
wait.
30th. It's right around the corner.
Yes.
That's not 6 feet under.
Ooh.
Stop! I am a good zombie!
A good zombie.
I never really liked the zombie character, but, you know, what do I know? I'm not a favorite of that guy.
What do you all think? Are you excited to see it? I am. Woo. We should have a Hocus Pocus viewing party at our house. That would be fun.
We should.
That would be cool. Who wants to join us?
The 30th is a Friday, so we could totally do
Is it a Friday? Oh, we're not going to be in town.
Oh.
Going out of town for Chris's birthday. All right. Well, we'll have to watch it after the premiere of it. Maybe the week after. For those
No,
of
we'll
you
be
who
in
can
town
wait.
on Friday. We don't leave till Saturday.
Oh, then maybe we can do it. I
can do
digress. So let's see. Ooh, we have some more comments here. Okay, so Eric said, I'm ready for sweatshirts. In 3 weeks, we get to wear them. And he's off for a meeting with, the closet designer. Ooh,
how fun.
Fancy schmancy. And Tanya said, oh, wow, can't wait to watch Hocus Pocus. It's going to be great.
We're probably going to watch it like 20 times.
I know. The kids are going to love it. So speaking of Halloween and spooky season, how are the Star Wars costumes coming along? Oh, why am I asking myself that?
Well, you tell me. So I think you said my Vader costume came in yesterday.
So
right?
Darth Vader has his costume has arrived 2 days ago. He hasn't tried it yet. Let's make sure.
I will try it today,
ample time, for sure. So we're not like 2 days before Halloween. How come this thing doesn't fit? Or this costume's too janky. I don't want to wear it.
Yeah, I think last year that I had the most low budget Pokemon costume. Remember?
Yeah, I bought 2 separate ones and 2 different hats for him to try on like at least a month before Halloween. And then the day of, he's like, what is this jankiness? I can't do this.
I will try it on today. Maybe I'll take a little photo, post it, see what people
I'm
think.
going to hold him accountable. Everybody ask him how the costume fit. And our house still looks like an encampment. There are boxes everywhere because our kids are enjoying playing with those boxes. And I asked Santino, is it okay? Can we clear these boxes out now? He said, no, you got to help me build it. I'm going up.
These kids are just like pets, right? Like cats and dogs too. You could buy cats and dogs a bunch of toys, just like kids. Uh-huh. They play with them for a little bit, then they get tired of them. You get them a box, they love that thing, right? They're living in it. Santino set up all those. You guys know those little plastic wraps that protect things from breaking, right? Mm-hmm. And you could pop them and they make a ton of noise. He has those in one of the boxes, and he's laying on it. Reading his book in there, like that's like
it's
his
all
little
about
futon.
Comfort for him. Yeah, it's his own little futon.
It's the funniest thing. They do not want to let us get rid of those boxes.
It's gonna be time soon. I'm gonna be like, we're trading this out for more Halloween decorations.
We got to do something because they took over the whole playroom. With
How
boxes.
many of you have boxes and your kids just play with them, or do you actually go and recycle them?
I don't think anybody recycles them.
Why?
We throw them in the recycle bin. I guess that's good enough, right?
I mean, that's recycling, yeah. Or reusing them.
Reusing them.
So we've been keeping you guys updated on Santino's new love of Star Wars, and it started to affect his bedtime. So Chris and I both love to tell stories to our children before they go to bed at night. We always tell a story, and then we finish it off with a nice lullaby. These kids, they've got it so good.
They got it so made. So we take turns every single night. One night I tell them a story. The next night it's Corey's turn, and we rotate every single day because the kids share a room and they share a bed, which we want our kids to be close. It's a big bed, big enough for them not to touch each other, but they love that, and they're really close. It's been working. But they have enjoyed. I always ask them, I say, what kind of story do you guys want tonight? And every single night they've wanted a Star Wars story where Santino and Nola are young Jedis.
Ooh,
right?
exciting.
So, and then they go on an adventure. So I think they wanted me to have 2 turns in a row because they wanted to keep hearing my story, right? One of these last nights.
I don't know. They don't tell me that. They tell me, Mommy, I want you. You come put me to bed.
Sure.
Snuggle me.
Sure. So
wow, okay. He's throwing shade on me over here.
They love their mommy. They love to be with their mommy, but they've been loving these stories. So they've been wanting more Jedi stories every night. And I've been integrating movies that we're used to or whatever, and kind of taking a storyline that I already know and incorporating in the story. So we'll see what I tell them tonight. I think tonight's my turn, right?
Is it your turn?
No, last night was
No, it's my turn tonight. Mm-hmm. I'll have something fun lined up for them. So the kids returned to jiu-jitsu. Last week it was just so hot with that crazy heat wave. I just couldn't bring myself to take them there. It was just so hot, and I don't want them to overheat. So we finally went back this week, and they had such a great time. And Chris went back on Monday too. How was that?
I mean, I was just trying to survive. Let me just be honest, right? Usually I'm trying to do some new moves, or, I'm excited about drilling, which I was excited about drilling. We're doing a lot of stuff on our back, which is really in the guard. That's a harder position to be in my opinion, than attacking from up top. But, somebody that I was rolling with didn't cut their nails properly because I got cuts all over my hand from, people grabbing stuff.
I mean, I guess it's better than being cut on your face.
Usually I get cut on my face or I get marks on my face, like ghee burn on my face, but I'm actually not that sore. I'm very surprised.
Well, that's good.
So I need to go back 3 days a week. I only went on Monday. I'm going to try to go on Friday. So maybe 2 days this week, 3 days next week. We'll see what happens.
Well, hopefully you are able to do that. But I know you've been busy, so that would explain why you haven't been able to go as much as you want. And for switching things up a little bit, for all you married viewers, Chris has a question for you. You want to ask the question?
Yeah, since it's my question, I'd like to ask it. I'm just messing with you. So how hard is it to watch a show together? Now, do you guys have... Oh, hey, Christian. Thanks for joining
Christian.
us. This is a real thing, right? So let's say we have a show. Like there's the House of Dragons is a new show out, right?
Correct.
That we're trying to watch. We're not like enthralled by it yet, but we're watching it, right? And how hard is it to watch a show like that? Because, maybe I get to bed, Corey's already asleep, or she gets to bed, I'm already asleep, and it just keeps getting pressed on to the next day. And then you see spoilers, right? So like last night's, we saw the most recent episode last night, and I already saw a spoiler. And I'm not clicking on anything to read spoilers, but nowadays it's in the title of the story, like on Yahoo or something, and you can't avoid spoilers. Like it's impossible. So does that drive you guys crazy out there? Are there shows that you're watching right now that you're like, wake up so we can watch this show?
And
I love do that to me?
I love that he's posing this question because the first night that it came out, I waited up for him to watch it. And he came straight to bed and went to sleep. I'm like, you don't want to watch your show? Oh, no, I'm going straight to sleep.
That might have been jujitsu night. So then I was just tired.
Well, whatever night it was, this is your question, and I'm providing an answer.
Well, I didn't
you
say
want to watch
husbands. I said spouses, right? So this goes for husbands and wives.
I understand. I hand it to you. So then the next night, he's ready to watch. But I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. But did we watch it last night?
We did watch it last night.
And the key to the story is just don't read the spoilers. Don't go on Yahoo. Don't go to those places where you're going to see something like that.
It's impossible. I like to read news, right? And it just pops up. It's just popping up everywhere. So
keep scrolling. Keep it going.
It's not that easy.
So Soul said, "Hi, Soul. Thanks for joining us." She said, "What show is this?" So it's a spin-off of, it's a prequel to Game of Thrones. Yes, it's called House of Dragons.
House of Dragons,
yes.
And it's all based on the Targaryens.
It's really good.
So there's a lot of dragons in it. I mean, that's why people watch it, but it's starting to get good.
Is that why? Because of the dragons?
I think that's why they chose that family, because they're going to get a lot of viewers that want to see cool stuff like that.
I think they chose that family because of Daenerys. Everybody loved her. So then they want to watch and learn about her family. I think that's why.
Think so? We'll see.
And the dragons?
And the dragons?
I mean, the dragons play a small part in it. I don't know.
So Christian says, Jocelyn and I have completely different tastes for the most part. It's hard to find a show we both want to watch, which isn't a bad thing, right? That's not a bad thing at all.
I mean, for Chris, it's not a bad thing because he just watches a ton of shows without me, and he's cool.
So... Awesome. Jason Gibb is on the show. Thank you so much. So Jason is...
Hi, Jason.
...the mayor of Santa Clarita. Did you know this?
I did know that. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your support. So he said, don't read the spoilers, Chris. Yes. See, it's not that hard.
I'm not looking for them, Jason. That's the thing. It's they just pop up on the feed, and I'm trying to scroll past it, and then, I'm not going to be the spoiler guy.
He wants to so bad. He wants to spoil it for somebody right now.
I don't want to spoil it, but it was so hard. It was so hard not to see the spoiler. It just popped right up.
So there's some more comments that are a little bit. There we go. So Soul said we watched it. What did you think? Did you like it?
Has it caught your attention to keep going? Like, I think I'm waiting for the characters to build more to see if I'm really into it yet. I'm not really into it yet.
So far, I like it. It's good. Some of the shows, it takes like a good 5 or 6 episodes to really like develop the characters and gain your interest. And sometimes by then I already give up because it's late at night. The kids have already been put to bed. I had to do a little extra work. Then I'm like, oh, please, I hope I don't fall asleep. So I've stayed awake. Thank goodness. Evelyn said, Angel and I will agree to watch it together, but I tell him I will watch it either way. If he falls asleep, that's on him.
You go, girl.
I love you, Lulu.
Every man for yourself, right?
Yeah, you better stay awake. You can watch it tomorrow.
So I think Jason Gibb just saying, Mayor of Santa Cruz said, holla.
That is so funny. That is hilarious. I like Evelyn's take. Yep. I think sometimes Chris gets really wrapped up in some shows. Well, he'll do that. And I'll just say, oh, just go ahead. I'll watch it later.
I mean,
was it with Yellowstone? I think
so,
he did that.
Yeah, there's 2 shows that are coming out this fall or coming back this fall that I'm really excited about. Yellowstone probably being the main one. And there's a lot of Yellowstone fans out there. We had some takes on this like in previous shows that I think it even affected the way people were buying houses because now they wanted more land because of Yellowstone.
They wanted like ranches and
animals
even
and stuff,
their
right?
clothing choices. There was like a lot more cowboy boots out there and hats.
Right.
Flannels.
So that show's coming out. And then what's the other one coming out that we're really excited about?
Handmaid's Tale. Oh my Lord. That show.
I mean,
that
if you
show gave me nightmares when I first started watching it because it was right when the lockdown started. There's just way too many parallels, and I was having really bad dreams, like panic dreams where I'd wake up sweating.
Some of the stuff going on right now, we're not going to get into politics, but some of the legislation that's trying to get passed right now is right from that show.
Oh my Lord!
So, yeah, if you haven't seen it, go see it.
It's too close to
and
reality.
Work your way up to the season premiere for the new season.
It's such a good show. I promise you'll like it, or you're gonna have nightmares like I did. So Soul said, "Great show, but I loved Game of Thrones better." Yeah. Well, yeah.
Absolutely. But we had more content from Game of Thrones. The first season had me from episode 1 all the way through, and then when they threw in that little touch of dragons at the last episode of the first season,
yes,
I was like, oh my gosh,
yes,
they had me. But like every other great show on HBO and any other network, it really ended poorly, I thought.
Poorly? What's up with that? Why does HBO do that? Same thing with Sopranos.
I think some of the directors change and the big budgets, and I don't know. There's a lot of things. So.
Oh, Jason said, "Praise be, crazy good show." Oh my gosh.
Oh yes. Oh. So he's talking about Handmaid's Tale. If you guys haven't seen it, gotta do it.
Go see it. Oh.
So
I have some friends who refuse to watch it. They're like, I can't watch it.
I mean, it can be traumatizing.
It's intense. Yep.
So who else enjoyed first weekend of NFL football? Right, the season started this weekend. Thursday was tough. After last week's show, Rams lost a home game. They got smashed by Buffalo. But the Raiders. So I was like, Raiders are going to win this week. I know it. I feel it in my bones. They lost. Okay, so, but I did get to enjoy the game at home. Derek Carr, the Raiders quarterback, had the worst game of his whole career, and they still almost won at the end. Wow. They still had a chance to win at the end. So,
and he threw it away.
Yeah, he threw it away all game. I mean, the offensive line's terrible. He threw 3 interceptions. It wasn't a Carr game, like a game that he usually has. He's usually more conservative, doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. But I think that's the worst game he's going to have all season. Of course, I'm an optimist, right?
You got to put it out there.
Putting it out there. And I think this week they play Arizona, who's a really good team, even though they got smashed by Kansas City. And I think the Raiders destroy Arizona this week, and they win by 2 touchdowns.
So how many of our guests today love watching football and Raiders are their number 1 team? Or how many of you just don't care and just like gloss over when Chris says all that? Like, please don't leave the show. Stay with us. It's not going to be all Raiders, I promise.
It's all done. We're done.
Okay,
we're moving on to the next segment already. Raiders are finished.
So Chris finally invited me to go hit some balls at the range. Woo!
And how excited were you to go?
It's about time. It's about time.
So how'd you do?
So I was super ready to go. I already went and got some golf shoes. Thank you very much. I just don't have the whole getup, but I've heard a little birdie told me that you don't have to have the whole getup when you go to the driving range. So I'm like, cool. I'm going to go out there with my dry fit. I'm going to do this. He's like, all right, we're going to go in the morning, the night before. You want to go hit some balls in the morning? I'm like, sure. Well, things come up.
The life of a real estate agent.
Work comes up. He's busy all morning. Then he was like, are you ready to go now around noon? Yeah, I don't have time at noon. Now I'm like, my morning's gone. I can't. And so where did you go?
I went to the range.
No, you didn't. You went and had lunch with your friend.
Oh, but then I went to the range later.
He went and had lunch with his friend, and then he went to the range later. So, Chris is living that good life. He's out there going to the range, going to jujitsu, having lunch dates with his friends. I want your life.
You can have it, girl. You can have it. We can alternate. So,
But I do have to tell you, Chris is amazing. He did make a pit stop at Costco for me. And for all of you moms and dads who just love Costco so much, I mean, he really helps me by doing that, because I don't like going when I have the kids with me, because a 30-minute trip could turn into like an hour and a half trip. Because I want to look at stuff. Someone ends up having to go potty when you're at the other end of the store. Then you got to go use their janky porta potties outside in the 100-degree heat. So thank you so much for going to Costco for me in your busy
welcome,
day.
baby. And thank you to everybody that's watching the show, that's interacting with us. We really appreciate you guys.
Yes.
We know it's right during your lunch break, probably from work, you know. So if you got to go, no problem. You can always watch a show later. Or you could come back and just see us next week.
Oh, you could always do that. So Jason said, fun show, you two. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. So yes, Chris, he's living that good life. He's taking care of his responsibilities too. And he's putting out fires all the time for our clients. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much.
Making dreams happen.
You know, I think it's so important. I really haven't started doing this till like this last year, right? Like I just took up jujitsu about a year ago. I took up golf about 6 months ago. And to be just get serious for a little bit, I think it's really helped my mental health. Like,
you need that.
You need to have some kind of release. I don't care if it's the gym, a walk, meditating, yoga, whatever it is. You need to have like a little time where you can just clear your mind a little bit.
For sure.
You know what's so funny about jujitsu? I think my favorite thing about jujitsu is that I can't look at my phone for an hour. I can't, even if I wanted to. You're fighting, right? And
you're not going to get those spoiler alerts.
I'm not going to get those spoiler alerts. But sometimes it's good, like just to like completely disconnect for 1 hour.
I think
and take your
all
mind
of us
off
need
of
that.
life and just, you know, so you kind of get the same effect in golf, except I'm still picking up my phone and all that stuff while I'm on the golf course. But we need to get you some stuff that you are excited to do. And
there's plenty that I'm excited to do, and we'll get into that later.
Ooh, okay.
So we just had the mayor watching the show, Jason Gibbs, for those of you who do not know. Let's talk about an SCV local hotspot that we absolutely love. If you've been watching the show, you know we've been hyping up our new favorite pizza spot, Curry Pizza. And we've fallen in love so hard that we're actually going to have them cater our fall client appreciation event. So if you haven't tried them, try it out. If not, you're going to get a taste of their yummy pizza. They have wings as well, and they have so many yummy flavors that aren't just like Indian inspired. They have your traditional pizza as well. And so we're super excited about that. We even had some of our friends reach out from the last show who said, I heard about you talking about Curry Pizza, and I went over there and those wings were really good. And so Chris and I were like, well, we haven't tried the wings yet. And for those of you who don't know, I don't do wings at all. Like, I can't.
Corey thinks it's gross to eat chicken off the bone.
I think it's disgusting.
She's not into it. It's not her thing. Totally fine with it. I'm over there like chewing on the cartilage and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyhow, she gets grossed out by that. But you should have seen, you would never know if you would have seen her eating these wings. Because this girl was getting down.
The chain. They were so good and flavorful.
What kind were they? They have so many flavors.
They have so many different flavors.
It was an Indian inspired.
It was like their
flavor,
special.
Though, right?
Their special wings are really good. So I forgot the name of it, but we want to do a live reaction review of their pizza. This is not paid, by the way. This is just us loving some good food, because you know it's hard to find good food here in Santa Clarita, and it's like a mom and pop shop, like it's family owned, and so we're always trying to support that. And so Chris he just left really quick to go get some pizza. I don't know why we're doing this. I mean, it's going to be so good, but we're going to have food stuck in our teeth. Good thing I don't have my Invisalign on.
Box.
Okay, please don't drop it. So it's a new flavor we're trying out today, and hopefully it tastes good, because if we try it on air and it's terrible, oof, we're going to have some problems. But anyways, while Chris is doing that, Curry Pizza, it's in Stevenson Ranch. It's super yummy, and if you don't get a chance to try it out, we do have our fall client appreciation event coming up soon, and that's going to be on October 22nd. So make sure you save the date. Everyone will be getting their formal invites soon if you're on our mailer. If you are not, please reach out to us. Either send me a text message, DM, leave a comment. Let us know that you want to be added to our client appreciation event, which will be on October 22nd, Saturday. It's going to be from 11 to 3, and we're going to have yummy food, lots of fun for the whole family. There'll be jumpers there. There's going to be face painting, balloons, and this year our theme is, drum roll, Disney Halloween, which of course everybody knows I love Disney. So we're going to have some Disney characters there and some villains. So there'll be lots of fun for kids and adults alike. And if you love Disney like I do, you know we're going to go all out because I like all those little details. We're going to have some really fun times there. So hopefully you guys could all join us. We're going to try this pizza. All right. Here we go. Why do you have that Homer guy there?
So if anybody knows about how I like to eat my food, there's certain foods that you just have to have the right beverage with it, right?
Oh boy.
So pizza being one of them, when I have pizza, I got to have myself a beer. I'm sorry. So today I'm going to have a beer on the show. Here's my guy, Homer Simpson. She's going to help me out here.
Well, thank you for giving us
I also love these Ho Gardens, if anybody knows about them. Great Belgian beer.
Wow.
Is it that good? I can't wait. I
haven't even taken a full-on bite, but the chicken's pretty flavorful.
Okay, so let me...
Pizza and beer for Chris on the show. You can only have one bite, though. Just kidding.
Yeah, I probably will only have one bite right now. But I'm going to do 2 bites, actually. One with ranch and one without. You
guys have to try this. So the pizza we have today is a tikka masala pizza. It's really good. I haven't even tried the bread yet. But their bread consistency is almost similar to naan. So, for those of you who love Indian food, it's really good.
Oh my God. It is so good. So flavorful.
Chris is so funny. So, the chicken, I think it's like chicken breast because it looks like white meat. And it's got this really yummy flavoring on it. It's so good. And I don't want to take a bite yet because it's going to get all over my face. But, oh my gosh, it's so yummy.
So, for anybody that's... has a problem with spicy food.
Probably don't want to do.
Does have a little kick to it.
But this one's not the spicy one.
It's not. No, it's not made spicy, but it's just naturally a little spicy, right? Like your dad.
Full of spices.
Your dad would freak out right now. He'd be dying. He'd be pouring water down his face. You know, he gets a little dramatic when he has any kind of spiciness. Sweating profusely, right? This is so amazing. So it's our first time trying this flavor. Would you say it was tikka masala?
It's tikka masala. It's got really flavorful and full of spices chicken. It looks like it's like white breast meat chicken. And there's cheese with some red onion. And I think they were supposed to put... Oh, and there's tomatoes.
It's a white
and
sauce,
there's a
right?
white sauce on it. And it's so delicious.
It is amazing. So we are going to have this. Corey mentioned it. We are going to have this at our client appreciation event, our fall event. Catered by Curry Pizza.
Yes, and don't be scared if you're afraid of spices because they have your traditional pizzas. Like we're going to have cheese pizza. They have pepperoni. They've got Hawaiian style. And they've got their signature specialty pizzas. So
we might get like half a pizza out of like 50 of them Hawaiian style. Who eats that?
Why? Why does everyone always hate on pineapple on pizza? It's so delicious. I think it's amazing.
It's not for me. It is not for me.
Yes, you do. You eat it pineapple and
it's not
jalapeno.
Hawaiian, but it's not Hawaiian.
Oh, without the pig.
It's the swine and the jalapeno, right? It's just not for me at all.
So I'm sorry if we've made all of you guys super hungry on the show, but this is just like a sign for you that you have to come to our event. You're going to have an amazing time.
Keep talking, baby. Keep talking.
It's going to be great. So Evelyn made a comment. Angel and I will be in town on October 22nd. Save us a seat. Yay! Woo, 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 woo. They're going to go to our event. We get to see you a lot coming up, huh?
Yeah, we do get to see them a lot. So if you want to try this pizza, where should they go, babe?
Curry Pizza.
And where is it located?
It's located, I've already gone over this while you're getting your pizza. It's located in Stevenson Ranch on Hemingway. Right? Is it on Hemingway?
I believe so.
Okay. So yeah, just Google Curry Pizza Stevenson Ranch. You'll find it. So delicious. So Tanya said pineapple is delicious on pizza, and I couldn't agree more. So now,
Not a fan.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So I'll get back to it. No more eating for me.
I know you can't keep eating like
It was
that, but
really
it's
good, though.
really delicious. I got to save that for later. Otherwise, there's going to be food all up in my teeth. You guys don't want to
So-
hear me smacking.
Another local place we like to be, like to spend some time and give them our money, is the Oaks Country Club in Valencia.
Yes. So Chris and I recently just joined as social members, and we've been taking advantage of all the family nights that they have to offer, and it's been so much fun. This last event that we went to was Harry Potter themed, and it was Witches and Wizardry, and it was so cool because the kids went with their friends and they got their little magic wands, and there was two people in character, a witch and
The
a
whole
wizard,
time?
the whole time. These kids were totally occupied. They were doing I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, they remember the hat that helps
The
helps-
sorting
the
hat.
sorting hat. So,
So they
that's how
had
they
the-
started it, was the sorting hat.
They
right?
started it with a sorting hat, and they got to figure out which house, is that what they call
which
it?
house they were in. So mostly Gryffindor,
Yes.
but there was one brave soul that was a Slytherin.
Ooh. Yikes.
I mean, they just whisper what they want to be, and then the sorting hat says, "All right."
Yes. So the kids had fun, and they got magic wands, and they got to do spells and play with their friends, and there was a whole bunch of games. It was a great time because parents also got to just relax, eat some hot food, have a drink, chill. Everyone was happy, and it was on a school night, and so it like started at 5 and ended around 8. So it was perfect timing. Everyone was tired,
We
went
actually
home.
closed it down.
Yeah. it was
8
a great
o'clock, you
time.
close it down. Like, if anybody lives in Santa Clarita, you know that everything closes at 10. Mm-hmm. But anything with kids, I mean, that thing was closed at 8.
Yes.
We were the last ones there.
Which
We were
is
like, please go
good.
home.
And some other exciting news, I was able to volunteer in Nola's class this past week, and she was so excited to have her mommy in her class.
The kids love it. They're so happy when you're in their class. Like, Corey had to go to the school today,
Yes.
right? And not for Nola's class. Nola's like, "Are you coming to my class after?"
Yeah, she was hoping I was going in there, but it was a PTA room parent meeting. So all the volunteers got together, and man, being on PTA or a room parent, it's no joke. You have a lot of expectations.
It's a big commitment.
Yes, but I love doing it. It's fun. It's already been, my 3rd year now doing it? Fourth
year.
My 4th year doing it now. And luckily in Santino's class, there's 3 other room parents. So the duties
most
are
you've
going to
ever
get...
had.
Yeah, the duties are going to get divided up, which is amazing. I'm so happy for that. And then Nola's class, I'm the only room parent, but that's okay because I know the teacher and she's super cool and I've worked with her before.
You have a good time in
so
there.
it's going to be fun.
So I got to have the first meeting for our annual Give a Turkey event.
Yes.
So when I say our, it's not mine and Corey's, it's our communities,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's something that originated with, I believe, Real Life Church. I believe it was their idea.
Okay.
That they pitched to Golden Valley High School. And April Rego, who's the director of the Pause Center at Golden Valley High School, she and Sal Frias and Cindy Takamoto were the ones that really got this thing off the ground, right? So last year, I don't remember how many families we helped, but I think we had 400 meals last year. The whole
Wow.
goal is to get turkey dinners, the complete dinner with all the fixings, ready for a family to pick up for free, that probably wouldn't have a Thanksgiving dinner otherwise, right? So we're going to start now, even though the event's not going to happen until November, this big drive, but we will start now asking anybody that wants to donate. This year, all the schools came back.
That's amazing.
So we have Golden Valley High Schools involved. You have Canyon High School, Sulphur Springs, Sierra Vista, La Mesa, basically all the schools in Canyon Country. Oh, excuse me. All the schools in Canyon Country are involved, and there's a bigger need, bigger than ever. We think
That's
we're going to
really
need
sad.
minimum 500 meals, which means we need a lot of the community's help.
Yes.
If you would like to help, Walmart gift cards are the best.
Yes.
The reason they're the best is we have a refrigeration problem for these turkeys. We have nowhere to store these turkeys.
Right.
The school freezers are not big enough to store all these turkeys.
Right.
So Panthy, a friend of ours from Walmart, has been so kind the last 2 years to house all these turkeys and allow us to purchase them there at Walmart. So we're going to be doing that again this year, hopefully. I actually got to reach out to him.
Yes. Thank you, Panthy.
Panthy's the man. I mean, he does so much for the community. People have no idea.
Right.
Him and Walmart. So anyhow, you're going to hear us talk about Give a Turkey probably a lot between now and Thanksgiving. But if you want to help some families in need, please give us a call, shoot us a message, and we will get you involved.
And if you know of a family or you yourselves need help, please, it's very discreet. Don't feel embarrassed. Reach out to us because we'll put you in contact with the people who can help. So
I have no problem saying that I grew up being that family that needed that help, that waited in line at church to get some canned food so we had something to eat.
Yes.
There's no shame in that.
No, there isn't. I mean, we all need to come together and help each other out.
That situation's temporary, and it's nobody's fault. If kids are watching, it's not their fault.
Right.
It's a temporary situation that will get better. But anyhow, cheering things up a little bit, let's go back to your favorite place.
The most magical place ever.
Which is?
So we just went to Disneyland this past weekend. We were lucky enough to have discounted hotel reservations.
Big shout out to Maz and Adina. Thank you so much for that.
Maz and Adina hooked it up for us. Thank you so much, because I mean, I know our kids love going to Disneyland, but I feel like I really enjoy the magic
the most.
Probably the most.
The most. Easily.
No, I think they love it the most because they always tell me like that's one of their favorite places, but I just have so much joy when I'm there. It just makes me happy.
Good. You should probably hit one of these trips. You should just go with some other moms.
That's what I'm going to do, because I feel like sometimes the things I want to do don't always line up with what they want to do. And for you parents out there who go to these amusement parks, we all know that if the kids aren't having a good time, no one's having a good time, right? So we're going to go and do what they want to do. But sometimes mommy wants to just go watch the World of Color. I mean, is that too much to ask?
It was.
It's way too much to ask. Nobody wants to sit and watch it with me. And I really wanted to watch the Main Street Electrical Parade while it was back for its 50th anniversary. No one wanted to watch it with me. It's gone now.
You mad, bro?
I'm not mad, just a little bitter. I really wanted to see it, relive my childhood, because I saw it when I was a kid. And when I went to Disneyland as a kid, it was like once in a great while. Like we didn't get to go all the time. So I missed that. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to see this World of Color. And so we went, the kids, had a good time. We went for check-in. We got there at 4, went straight to Grizzly River Run because the kids wanted to go on it. And Chris, how was that? Your first experience on Grizzly River Run?
I'm getting old. I mean, it's the bottom line. I can't do any of these rides. I thought Grizzly River Run I'd be able to do. I just didn't want to do it because I didn't want to get wet, right? But it was already raining.
But again, you have to go with the magic. You got to make that magic happen for your kids. So, you sacrificed. You go on those water rides.
I did it, right? But I learned after one trip down the river that I get a little bit motion sickness, right? I already knew this from like teacups and stuff. Some of these rides make me sick, physically sick. So this ride is one of them. It wasn't as intense, but I wasn't going to go on it 2 times in a row. Like, how many times did you and the kids go on it?
They talked me into not 2, but 3 times on the Grizzly River Run. And
there was no line.
There was no line. You just walk right back on. It was raining. So who cares if you're going to get wet, right? It was sprinkling, and then it started to come down a little bit more. Like, whatever. It's warm outside. Who cares? Let's have a good time. So we did that. And then the kids had some food. Tino got on his favorite ride. Nola got to go on her favorite ride. And they got to the point where they're like, let's go enjoy that hotel, because that's an experience too. It's not just the theme park. If you're staying there and you're paying all this money for Grand California, you better enjoy that hotel.
So we went to the pool.
Do everything for these kids to make them happy. All mommy wants to do is see World of Color. So we get back to the room. Everyone gets showered up. Okay, mommy just wants to see World of Color. We don't even have to go into the park. You could actually watch it from the 6th floor deck. It's a 6th floor terrace, and I guess you only have access to it if you're on a certain floor, but people told me about it, so I went over there. I got up there thinking, it's going to be a covered patio. No, it wasn't covered. I was in the rain. Oh, by the way, I left out the most important part. We started to go down to go watch World of Color, and everybody bailed on me and said, I want to go back to the room. I'm tired.
Hey, somebody had to watch these kids.
It was 9 o'clock. When you go to Disneyland, you stay up.
It was not 9 o'clock. See, that's where mommy dropped the ball. So
I never dropped the ball.
There was two shows. There's a 9 o'clock show and a 10:15 show. We didn't make that 9 o'clock cutoff, and our kids go to sleep at 9 o'clock every single night.
Mm-hmm.
So to be walking around Disney, all the excitement, to be swimming in the pool.
Yeah,
there
they were
was
tired.
no way in hell they were going to make it to 10:15. So we get downstairs. They showered. Santino was already saying from the room, he's like, I don't want to go. Come on. So I convinced him to go. I'm like, come on, let's go for your mom. Your mom's going to be...
I bribed them with treats. I said I'd get them an ice cream or a treat.
So it's going to make your mom happy. Let's go. So yeah, she did. She said, there's like a display downstairs of like all these candies and treats and stuff. She's like, you guys go pick out whatever treat you want and you can have it while we're watching the show, right?
Yeah, because that sugar is going to keep them up, right?
So we go downstairs, right? The line's not very long. There's like 4 people in line to get these treats because it's like 9:45, 9:50.
No, it was
the kids
9:30.
looked at the treats and they were like, I just want to go back to the room. I don't want any of these treats. Santino almost started crying because he was so tired.
He was so mad. He just wanted to go to the room.
He was beyond tired.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to be here. I just want to go to the room. And I was like, how about I take the kids back to the room? You could go watch World of Color. But then you came
Nola was like, no, I want my mommy. So we went upstairs. I put her to bed. And then I just was like, I'm going to go watch my World of Color.
So how was it?
So I get up there and there was no covering on that dang terrace I was all excited about. It was pouring rain.
It's just a little water.
Just a little, I know. And it was fine because it was a little warm outside. So I'm like, I'm going to just sit here. I'll find the least amount of rain that's going to hit me. And I'm watching it. And, I'm like, okay, well, I really can't see the front of it. I could see there's lights down there, but I can't really enjoy the show. Like if I were sitting right in front of it. So I just sat there for a while and then the wind started gusting and then it got cold and I was like, okay, this is not going to work out. This is a sign that I just can't watch World of Color. It's just not going to happen for me. So I decided I'm going to go downstairs and shop because that's what I need to do. Like sometimes we just need some retail therapy, right?
Maybe you need to go to Disneyland when Lulu's back in town because she said she loves World of Color.
Go,
it's her favorite
Lulu.
World of Color.
I want to go. Just me and you. And the kids would be like, Mommy, I want to. Nope, you don't want to watch World of Color. You're going to stay home. That's the consequence of that decision.
You just don't tell them and you just go. Daddy will do some fun with them. They'll be fine.
I'm going to feel really guilty though, I think, when I go.
That's your fault.
So I ended up going downstairs by myself, which was pretty cool. I was like walking around downtown Disney by myself with my latte in hand. No, it was not pumpkin spice because I'm not one of those basic,
Did you have your Uggs on?
I don't know. I did not have Uggs on. So I walked around. It was raining. If I had Uggs, I would not wear them in the rain. So I was walking around. Of course, I didn't even buy one thing for myself. I'm down there looking at stuff for the kids.
That sounds like a you problem.
That sounds like a mom problem. Got that mom guilt. It's a real thing. And then it was starting to get late, and I'm like, I should probably just go down to the main street. I think I should go to Disneyland and hit up some rides.
Did you?
No, I went back to the room.
You're probably snoring and everything, I bet.
I went back to the room only to realize that Tino and Nola's shoes were completely drenched and I didn't know. And I'm like, great, what am I going to do with this right now? I just went to bed. I was tired. So next morning it was mom duty again, finding dryers, drying their shoes.
Melting Nola's shoes.
So Nola's shoes, I melted them on accident. I didn't realize that they were going to shrink. And yeah, it was a hot mess. Her shoes were messed up the next day. Her poor feet barely fit into them. I'm like, just walk around, you'll be fine. They'll stretch out.
They actually looped like a Amazon Prime Happy Face.
Yes.
And it reminded me of the Sheik from wrestling. Probably don't know that, but
yeah.
The way that the shape of the shoe. But she was gonna cry because she put them on. She didn't like the way they felt. Mm-hmm. And I was like, baby, just try them. They're gonna be okay. If you don't like them, we'll go get you some shoes, or you can wear your slides today.
She did have sandals, so it was okay. And it's not like the girl's walking around everywhere. She's still got a stroller. She's living that good life in the stroller.
She's like in a carriage. She's like a princess in a carriage, getting pushed around everywhere.
Straight Jasmine status over here.
Right?
Oh my goodness. So Evelyn said she loves World of Color. It's her favorite. And she said, laugh out loud, yes, let's go.
Bye.
I'm all about that. Any adults want to go on a trip to Disney? Yes, please. My mommy friends, reach out. Let's do it.
So
I gotta plan it.
Just wrapping up Disney. We're there. It's like 3:00. Corey wants to go on a bunch of stuff. Kids are having a good time.
I didn't want to go on a bunch of stuff.
Sure. So
He's making things up.
She picks up the phone. It's her sister-in-law, our sister-in-law, Lindsay. And she's wondering if we're having family dinner. It's Saturday night. Hey, what time should I come over for family dinner? She's
Right.
like, Corey's like, oh, no, we're here at Disneyland. We're not going to have it tonight. As soon as she hangs up the phone, the kids are like, what? Why aren't we having family dinner? And she's like, because we're at Disneyland. They're like, no, I want to see my cousins. So we left Disneyland at 3:00.
4:00.
4:00 because the kids wanted to go home and see their cousins, which I thought was sweet.
That is so sweet that they really enjoy family time, that they're willing to give up some time at Disney to go see them. Because they really have a great time with them. They make up all their fun games. I mean, they act things out. They make up some random games, and then they become like these games that we always have to play.
They play like this weird game that's like a murder mystery. It's
It's Among Us. It's an actual game, but they made up their own version of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
But
anyways.
moving on to, we had family dinner. It was a good time.
Yes.
But then on Sunday was even more eventful, right? You had more stuff to do on Sunday. What happened?
So Sunday, Nola had a play date with one of her really good friends from TK. And these kids are so advanced these days. I get a text message on Friday from her little friend who is 5 years old on her mom's phone saying, hi, this is Hesna. I want to play with Nola. Can we have a play date this weekend?
Those little 5-year-olds are probably quick because they got the little thumbs.
Oh my goodness. And Chris is like, there's no way that she did that. I'm like, it's her older sister for sure who's just typing it for her. No, she actually does it. And she'll ask her mom, how do you spell things? And she'll start typing up the text. And on your text, you kind of have like that auto spell.
Right.
So you put in 2 letters and then like FR, friend's going to come up. So anyways, yeah, she organized this whole play date with Nola and one other friend at the park.
Pretty awesome.
And Nola was so excited to see her little bestie because now they're at different schools. And poor little Hesna, all her little friends went to Pico. So
Hesna's her little homie. She loves Hesna.
They had so much fun. So Sol said she's in. Okay, Sol, we got to have a date at Disney.
You 3 could be like the Sanderson sisters over there at Disney, marching through the Disney.
Are you trying to call us witches?
Never.
I hope not. Shoot.
Never.
I'll cast a spell on you.
I'm just talking about the camaraderie, the sisterhood.
So Tanya said, they are so sweet. They are really sweet, these kids. She's talking about them wanting to come home early to be with their cousins. So switching things up to real estate a bit, Chris had an open house on Sunday, and how many families attended? Was it Ghost Town? Was it Spooky Ghost Town? Or was it like exciting summertime?
It kind of felt like it was going to be like Spooky Ghost Town because for the first hour, nobody came by. Mm-hmm. That's like 10 o'clock on a Sunday, probably at church or
right.
Probably the wives were at church and the husbands were at home watching the NFL opening weekend of NFL. But around like 12 o'clock, 11:30 to 1 o'clock, we had 10 families come by.
Wow, that's amazing.
10 families had multiple offers on the house. So today is Wednesday. This was this past Sunday. I'm happy to report that right before we started the show, we opened escrow on our new listing. So it's on the market 3 days. That's it.
Amazing. That's so cool. I'm really excited for our sellers. So that was really quick.
That was super quick. We priced it right. They did a great job getting the house ready, following all our advice. Everything was done. It was just ready to go. And I'm always a big believer of like great things happen to great people, you know, and just
for sure.
It's working out perfect. Today is our very first day ever being on Instagram Live. Hello, everybody that's with us on Instagram
Live. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you. We can't see your comments at this moment. We can only see the Facebook comments. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Open up another browser, put some comments there, or just leave your comments. And after the show, we'll do our best to get back to you today and answer any questions you have.
We'll get back to them after the show. If you guys like us on Instagram Live, we will do our best to be able to see your comments and be prepared for next week's show.
Yeah, integrate that. So switching back to real estate again. Oh, it looks like Soul's laughing, and I think she's laughing about me asking you whether we're witches.
I don't know.
Okay, anyways. So Chris was able to go to the elite meeting today, and that's a weekly meeting where he gets with a bunch of other top producing agents, and they network and talk about what they're experiencing in the market, what other listings they have coming up, what buyers they have, try to put everyone together. So do you want to tell us a little bit about how that went today?
Sure. So every week we meet at a new listing, right? Somebody's listing that's coming out. This house was actually really nice. It was a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-story. Master bedroom is downstairs. Everything else is upstairs. For like $775 in Old Orchard 2, which is like Valencia.
That's great.
The HOA is like $50. There's a community pool, park, great schools, all that good stuff. Anyhow, $775. If anybody wants to look at that, let me know. But there was like 40 of us agents there. So imagine if you're a seller and you want to sell your home, you list with us. We're going to bring in 40 people to your house that all have buyers. All these agents have buyers, right? But today, every week now, we're switch things up a little bit. We're only talking about the listings that are coming soon, but we're talking about our buyers that are like really looking for a place, right? Because we want to make matches happen, right?
For sure.
Everybody's experience out there is, even though the rates, if you guys have been watching the interest rates, they've been very volatile. I mean, they're spiking. They've been going up and up and up and up and up. And what a lot of lenders have done, the reason they're going up, by the way, is because the Feds have been raising the rates.
Correct.
And they're talking about they're going to raise it
Raising
even
them
more.
again, yes.
So what the lenders are doing to counteract this is they're coming out with all these different programs, right? So today, our special speakers today were 3 lenders here in Santa Cruz. Rachel Cleveland from Augusta, Mike Mina, owner of Augusta, and then Mike Rowland over at Loan Depot. And they were giving just some great advice, right?
Right.
One of their bits of advice is you don't have to buy the forever home now, especially first-time home buyers, right?
Right. And we're always saying that
We're always
too.
saying that too, but this is great coming from a lender.
Yes, for
right?
sure.
Because they're dealing with people's finances right then and there, right? And their advice to anybody looking to buy a home right now, especially first-time home buyers, is, look, don't overspend, don't overextend today.
Right.
They're probably, I think Mike's, I don't want to age him, but I want to say he's in his 50s, right? And Mike was saying, back in my day, when I was a kid, it was normal for a family of 6, mom, dad, 4 kids, to be raised in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,200 square foot house.
Right.
You don't need 3,000 square feet. That's what he's saying, right?
Yes.
So he's like, don't overextend yourself. Get the house that you can afford comfortably, because we don't know what the economy is going to do, right? And even if something happens with the market and has a downturn, you could rent that house out, keep it as an investment, because we all know real estate always goes back up and always
Yes, for
appreciates over
sure.
time. And then you go buy that house that you're really looking for. If the market dips, you buy it at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
Great advice.
Yes.
Great advice. So also saying, like, be careful with offers out there, because there's a lot of people that are getting pre-qualified online.
Oh, so they're not truly qualified.
They're not truly qualified. And we know that as well, because unfortunately for us today, we have our listing on Darrow in Saugus that's falling out for the 3rd time
So
because they can't get a loan
awful.
on the
It's
property.
like, come on, people.
So anyhow, great advice for them. Market, basically, if you see a house that you love, it's always a good time to buy, but you just gotta, you need an expert guide to navigate you through this market.
Right.
Right. So give us a call if you're looking to buy or sell a home. Even if you need to do a refinance or you need a loan, we could help you there too.
Yes, absolutely. So market update, he just kind of went over, and looking ahead, we have some friends coming over for dinner tonight.
Wait, did you say dinner?
Go ahead and take a bite. I mean, you can wait. The show is,
We're
you
good.
know, we're getting there. Gosh, he must be really hungry. I could hear his stomach growling over here. So we have some friends coming over for dinner tonight. And like what Chris was saying earlier, you know, you got to try to make time for, you know, your peace of mind, right? And I feel like spending time with friends, like that brings me a lot of joy. So we have some friends coming over, have the kids play, relax, make some dinner together. And then this Thursday, I get to go to my book and wine club, which I'm really excited about, because the book that I've been reading, for those of you who are just joining us, I talked about it on one of our other shows. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a, you know what?
A
what?
hey?
Not given a F-U-C-K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So That book is really good because it kind of talks about just like not sweating the small stuff, you know?
Just letting it go.
Just let it go, like Elsa and Anna. I mean, come on. So I'm excited about that because I get to meet with a bunch of other successful realtors and loan officers and title reps, and we get to bounce some
mothers.
And mothers, and we get to bounce some ideas off of each other and then select our next book. So I'm excited to share what book we're going to be reading next. Once that goes. I'll bring that up on the next show. And for, I'm not sure if Julia's on here, Julia Markovich, she is the one who actually invited me to the book club. So thank you so much, Julia. I really appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. I think we're going to carpool on Thursday. Friday.
Does that mean you're getting your drink on?
Huh?
If you're going to carpool, is it because
Oh,
you're
no. I mean,
throwing it back?
no. That's not me.
So I'm the one in charge of dinner that night.
Yes, and getting the kids home from jiu-jitsu.
In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, good, because Santino was asking for it.
There you go.
There you go. In-N-Out. Boom, done. And then this Friday, we're super excited because, you know, the Oaks is having an adult event. It's not just all just family events. They do have some fun events planned for us adults. They are having an 80s prom night. Woo, it's going to be so fun. I'm excited because we're going to go and let loose a little. Chris is going to have hair that day.
Hey, we'll see what kind of hair I have. I really would love a Jerry curl.
Well, I did get you 3 different wigs to choose from. I think Jerry curl is one of the options, but like mullet Jerry curl, like for 80s, totally.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't do it any other way.
I know. I'm excited to see what he selects. We'll make sure we take pictures and post about it so you guys could laugh at Chris with hair and see his cool outfit that he's going to be wearing, and he's going to let his soul glow.
Oh, we're going to have to make it all wet where I sit on the couch. Remember that classic scene in
Yes.
Coming to America? The whole family sits back on the couch and they get up and there's all the little spots from their heads.
Yes, that's funny. Oh my goodness.
So glow.
So glow. I love that movie. I want to watch that tonight.
Let's do it.
So we're excited about that. We'll let you know how that goes. And for any of you this weekend, do you have any fun plans coming up? We'd love to hear about them. Anything exciting for you coming up this weekend? Do you have any open houses scheduled?
I may be doing an open house on Saturday. More than likely I will. In Santa Clarita somewhere. Don't know what house yet. And then Sunday, we have friends coming over, which is going to be fun.
Oh, yes.
But before that, the Raiders. I'm watching the Raiders. The Raiders
Wait,
gonna
when
be
are
on.
the Raiders playing?
Doesn't matter. I'm watching them.
I'm just asking. Can I ask a
It
question?
doesn't matter. So I don't know. 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Those are the days that
I'm
the times
asking
that
what day.
Sunday, girl. It's NFL. What day do you think it is? It's
Well, they
always Sunday.
played on Thursday this past week, or someone played on
Sunday.
a Thursday.
Sunday.
Dang, gets all defensive over his silly Raiders. All right.
Hey. Anyhow,
I
guess
know
that's-
you did not shush me right now.
I guess that's going to be our show
He did
today.
not shush me. Yeah, that's going to be your show. About to mute your ass. Okay, so that's going to be our show, everyone. Thank you again for hanging out with us here on R&R Relationships and Real Estate. Be sure to check us out here weekly on Facebook Live. We're your hosts, Corey and...
Chris Silva.
Okay, you're allowed to mute it again. And we'll catch you next week. Thanks so much for joining us. Goodbye.
Bye.
I said mute.
We're still on over there.